At this point, I would like to ask Marty McGuire Clausen, Vice President of Student Affairs, to come forward to introduce this evening's speaker. Please welcome Marty.
Good evening. What a nice job it is to be able to introduce to you Tim Simonich tonight. If you came to the inauguration, you've already had a glimpse into the very interesting young man that you're going to get to hear from tonight. He is a graduate of Liberty High School. He actually left home around 16, found his way back to high school, finished high school, came to the community college first time and thought, not for me, and so went off to work. And he spent some time in a factory working, good, honest work, and looked around and thought, don't think I want to do this the rest of my life. Came back to the community college, and the lights went on. He is an amazing young man. He right now is the chair of the Student Senate. He makes me work harder than I have ever worked in 26 years. He pushes me harder than Dr. Erickson and Dr. Scott and Dr. Kopacek before him. He dreams big, and I think you'll hear that tonight. And I want to read something to you that's in the magazine. This was just a little bit of his inaugural presentation. You're not only a president, he said to Dr. Erickson, you're a gardener who will grow people. You're also, a foreman, working in the factory of dreams. And you are a sergeant in the war against ignorance. Join me in welcoming Tim Simonich.
Good evening, everyone. How you guys all doing tonight? Good? My name is Tim Simonich, and I'm the chairman of the Student Senate. When Marty first asked me to speak tonight, my first thought was that I'm honored and very appreciative to be with you people here tonight. And my second thought was, what in the world am I going to talk about? In my few years here, I've learned so much from so many people in this amazing institution. I've learned so many life lessons, and for every life lesson that I've adapted here, I can guarantee you, you might not be able to see it, but there's a gray hair on top of my head that matches. So it's been a long but fun few years. Tonight, we could talk about any of these life lessons that I've learned while being here. We could talk about the burden of leadership, the power of positive thinking. We could talk about the importance of balance, the fact that everybody has value, simplicity, sincerity, and sacrifice. But you see, all these life lessons that I have learned are tools in my toolbox that I'm going to use to build my vision. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about our visions, our dreams. I'm not talking deadlines, quotas, goals. I'm talking about big, extraordinary, inspiring, big picture dreams. See, for me, the life expectancy of a male in the US is 76 years old. I'm 23 years old. So give or take, that leaves me 53 years left in my life. So lately I've been asking myself, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? What do I want to accomplish in my 53 years, in my short time being here? And as I'm asking myself this, it's been coming clearly, of course, that I want all the basic stuff. A family, of course. A house, a nice paying job, well, sure. But too many people focus too much on the material things that make them happy. You know, I could spend my 53 years trying to acquire all that wealth. But in 53 years when I'm dead, those material things are molecules. That house is wood and wallpaper. The money is paper. That's stuff that disintegrates, become dust in the wind. I want more than dust in the wind as my legacy. So again, I ask myself, with my short time, what do I want to accomplish here? What do you guys want to accomplish in your lives? And I figured it out. I'll tell you what it is for me. While being here, I have found the key to happiness. I want to make as many keys as possible and give it away to as many people as I can. I want to make this world a better place in as many ways as I can. And that's just the title of the book, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about education reform, political class restructure, showing the world that this is a glass half full, not half empty. I understand that I have a ton of obstacles in my path. I understand that. And that's why I take it day by day. I understand that some people will say my dream is impossible. And to them, there's a Chinese proverb that I like to bring up. The person who is saying something is impossible should not interrupt the person who is doing it. I also ask myself why. Out of everything that I could be doing, why do I want to accomplish this? And for me, again, it's because I've been on the other side. In that factory, you know, coming up, I've been depressed, I've been negative, I've been down. Everyone has their problems, so I'm not going to get into it. Everyone has their problems, we know that by now. But I realize that happiness, success is a choice. It's a way of life, it's a way of thinking that we adapt. Happiness comes from inside of you. And for me to keep that knowledge to myself would be selfish. I care about people. I care about each and every one of you guys in this room tonight. I don't have to know you by name or have had a conversation to care about you. We share a lot in common. Just like me, I know you feel happiness, joy, pain, anger, jealousy, struggle, and triumph. Just like me, you guys need to eat. Just like me, you guys sleep. Just like me, if you hear a funny joke, you're gonna laugh. Unless it's one of my jokes, then you might have to fake laugh, so. Thank you for those of you who understood that was your cue to fake laugh. I appreciate that. What I'm really trying to say tonight is, don't be afraid to dream. We have to lead by example. We must be the change that we want to see in the world. Out of all the life lessons that I've learned at my time here, it's funny because this life lesson is always right in front of me. So, to my Northampton Community College family members, I'll promise you this. I will dream it, I do believe it, and I promise you that I will achieve it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. It's amazing. The student speakers always outshine me. Maybe that's because the only C grade on my transcript at Northampton is in public speaking. Never learned that lesson back when I was a student here.